Hey guys, it's me, Elaine. I'm editing right now. Just kidding. It's me. It's Josh. I'm editing right now. I fooled you and I tricked you. But I wanted to just let you know that there's going to be some bonus content at the end of this episode. Just a little bit of us messing around and being silly. So stick around to hear that after the episode. And in the meantime, enjoy this week's episode on Superfuzz Bigmuff and Monty Python's The Life of Brian.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. The show is called One for the Other Podcast. It's a podcast where two pretentious douchebags, me, Lanus, and the other one,
Me, Joshua's.
Joshua's. Lanus and Joshua's.
That's almost my name.
Almost as close. One letter.
Yeah.
Shit, boy.
Damn. I'm going to start going by Joshua's.
It's pretty close to Jesus.
Oh, I'm pretty close to Jesus. I'm pretty epic, so.
Okay, sorry. It's a show about two pretentious douchebags who talk about movies and music. The only things they want to talk about, but are not qualified to talk about. So,
obviously,
the premise of the show: we recommend one movie to watch and one record to listen to each other, and then we listen to it and then give our thoughts on this very podcast. So last week, Josh had the album responsibilities. What did you recommend?
Last week, I wanted to look at... I won't go on the whole thing I said last week, because if you want to know, just listen to the end of last week's episode. But we looked at an album, which I kind of fucked up a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I kind of fucked up. Because so we say we're going to do LPs only. Mm-hmm. And technically, this record's an EP.
Yep.
But you wouldn't notice. It's 14 songs in an hour long. So it's pretty much an LP. And the reason that I didn't know that was because the edition available on Spotify is the deluxe edition. That is an LP. So that's why. But it's okay because we still have plenty to talk about. The record in question is Mudhoney's debut, Superfuzz Bigmuff. It is a grunge record from 1988. Really early.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Holy fuck. Like, I was just listening to this record thinking it came out in, like, 93 or something, and I was like, oh, yeah, this is totally, like, run-of-the-mill grunge. But this came out way before anyone fucking did that shit. Like, yeah. What the fuck? That's crazy. I don't know.
Absolutely insane for the sound, like you said, the sound that it creates in 88 and the way it sounds. Because, like, when you listen to early stuff, especially of heavier genres, it tends to be way softer than it is now. Look at the Ramones. Like, punk is a hard genre, and, like, you know, they sing about fun, crazy stuff, and that, you know, it's fast and loud. The Ramones didn't do that because they were one of the first big punk acts, so they didn't know they could do that, and it was, like, the 60s and all. And I don't know, whatever. I just pissed off a bunch of punks. But
they're always pissed off. That's their job.
Yeah, that's their mojo. But this record, you wouldn't even think of it. Yeah. What is some more of your impressions, I guess?
God, my fucking damn. I mean, there's something just so interesting about the sound of this record and how they achieve it with the two pedals that consist of the namesake of the EP, the Superfuzz guitar pedal and the Bigmuff bass pedal that they utilize very, very well. Like, I don't know how or why the production is so fucking tight on this record and so consistent on this record. Because usually when you use a Superfuzz pedal and a Bigmuff pedal together, it sounds like you're trudging through mud or something. And some people are into that. But for grunge, that's not, like, the sound. That's not the aesthetic. But somehow they managed to, like, walk that thin line between, like, complete fucking chaotic noise rock and, like, super, super tight textbook grunge. And it's really impressive.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This album might have been like touched up again.
Yeah, it might be a remaster we listened to or something. But
it's listed as 2008 on Spotify for the deluxe edition, so I imagine there was maybe some done, but I mean, regardless, it does sound really good, and it's not just like you're trudging through mud. It's really tight with all that. And yeah, the different sounds, which surprised me. It is mostly, just like grunge. They're not doing all this crazy, weird genre hopping. But they do, they have these really hard, fast songs. You get to the end of the record with songs like, In and Out of Grace and like Halloween, and they're slowing it down, and it's almost like, like dark metal influenced. You can hear like almost Black Sabbath as an influence on some of those records or some of those tracks.
Most definitely. I hear influences from Black Sabbath. I hear large influences from Sonic Youth, large influences from, maybe some thrash metal. I hear some thrash metal stuff in there, you know, and, like the fucking drummer, he's like doing Dave Grohl shit before Dave Grohl was Dave Grohl. It's fucked up. It's like, damn, dude, calm down over there.
Fucking drummer. I literally wrote in my notes, just as a general album note, fucking drummer killing it.
Yeah, seriously. Like for In and Out of Grace, where there's that drum break with the what the fuck is that audio effect called? Where it goes and it pans from left to right. That is literally something that John Bonham would do, and he did it better than John Bonham. It was fucked up. It was really, really cool.
And this album is surprisingly catchy too. Like, I was singing along. I mean, it has that, I don't even know what it is about some albums or songs or whatever, where you just hear it and immediately want to sing along to it, and you don't even know the words, but you're trying to pick up what you can and repeat when it repeats and stuff like that. And this album does that really well. I was singing along to, the 80% that I could by the end of this week, just enjoying it so much.
Totally.
So much fun. Yeah,
I think that's ultimately the one thing that you can take away from this record, that it's fucking fun. The guitar solos, they're super sloppy, but they're fucking, you can just see them either performing it in the booth and just going fucking crazy, or performing it live and also going probably more crazy, and you're just like, damn, like I want to be there. I want to watch him do that. Like the guitar solo on Need.
Oh yeah,
so funny. The dude, I don't know why they kept that take, because he was doing like actual guitar shit, and he was playing in one scale, and then he fucked up and started playing in another scale, and then it was like, oh shit, I'm gonna go back to the key of the song. But they kept the take anyways. So I think, oh my god, that was just something I noticed, and that was just like indicative of, the time, the place, and the aesthetic that this record comes from, essentially. It's fucking great.
And Need is a great song. That is definitely a highlight of this album. It almost feels like something I've heard before. I don't know if that song has creeped into my mind before somewhere, but I bet
someone we know has covered it. Probably. Maybe.
Probably. We will not confirm or deny that in any way, because that would be way too much work.
Yes.
To Google it, so... but maybe.
But a lot of modern rock bands, or not even modern rock bands, but their contemporary grunge bands cite Mudhoney as, a main influence or a big influence on their sound and their aesthetic, I guess. I hate to keep using that word, but the grunge scene as a whole is one of the most consistently consistent things in music history, I feel like, in terms of the fans and what the fans looked like and how they talked, and I don't know. I think it's just perfect.
Yeah, it's great. And yeah, what you said about like wanting to just see them on Chain That Door, I was like, that's prime mosh material. Like, that is something you could just go absolutely.
Totally. I fucking wrote that down. Yep. That is something I want to mosh to. Yeah, totally.
God, I can't wait till I can mosh again.
I know. It's going to be so much fun. There is one thing I want to talk about, and it's the vocalist. I don't think the vocalist did anything wrong on this record. I think he did a very, very good job. But one thing that I've noticed with like the big four of grunge and their success is primarily based on the singer's songwriting and the singer's unique vocal style. Like, you think of Soundgarden and you immediately think of what Chris Cornell sounds like. You think of Pearl Jam and you think of what Eddie Vedder sounds like and how that's completely different from Soundgarden's Chris Cornell. Rest in peace. Or even Nirvana. Kurt sounded completely different from the other three. You know, Mudhoney's vocalist, I should learn his name, but I'm not.
Hold on.
Something.
I have their band Wikipedia up right here. Mark Arm.
Mark Arm. Oh yeah, from him. Okay. He did a good job. I think there's just that certain uniqueness missing that could launch this band's sound to legend status. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can definitely see that. It is, and I think part of that is just being, in the beginning of all this, and being one of the front runners and setting, kind of the format that will be followed and experimented on in the future. Not that, the big four were super experimental with grunge, but, when you set that format and people start following that format, you're inevitably going to be lost in it. And like you said, that's no disrespect. He sounds great. He does cool stuff. But yeah, I can definitely hear that he's just kind of another, grunge vocalist.
Yeah. I think that's the only thing to its detriment. And it's not even really to its detriment. It's just kind of an observation I had that might contribute to like people's outlook on the band and why they're not as successful as they probably should have been.
Yeah, that's fair. Like a little side note, little footnote.
A little footnote for you.
Little arm note.
Arm note,
you could say.
Mark Arm. That's fucking funny. So yeah, that's all I really have to say.
Yeah. Something I thought was interesting, and this was a note I wrote down early in the week with when I was listening to it on not the best stuff. I had some trouble with the radio in my car, so I was listening on a Bluetooth speaker, and my car does not have doors because it's a Jeep, so it was not the best, obviously, and I did take some time to listen to it otherwise. But when you can't hear it super well, it almost sounds kind of like the Smashing Pumpkins a little bit.
Oh, interesting.
Not like super much, and once you listen to it like louder and you can really hear more, you can clearly hear the distinction. But just I think the way the guitar was being played and how the drums were backing that sounded very much like it contributed to their sound.
Interesting. I have a query for you.
What's that?
So, all these grunge bands, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Nirvana, were doing their thing, jacking their dick in the mid '90s, and Smashing Pumpkins comes in at around the same time. But would you consider them grunge?
I wouldn't say I'm the most versed in their discography.
I'm not either.
But from what I've heard, they seem to be more like I don't know, like almost metal rock.
Almost like alternative, more like in the Radiohead camp than anything.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Whichever camp that is. But yeah, that was, I was reading some fucking Reddit debate or something. It was like, is Smashing Pumpkins grunge? It's like, I don't know. It was just something interesting. Totally sidetracked. But yeah, just thought that was interesting to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I don't really have anything else. I mean, it's hard to like write down notes when you're just like, I like this. I like
Yeah,
this.
I know. That's all it comes down to. If you're having a good time and you're not taking notes, it's probably a good fucking record.
Yeah. Well, then shall we rate?
Let's rate this B.
All right, rate date hate. Since I recommended it, why don't you start out?
So I think I'm gonna give it. I'm treading between an 8 and a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I think I'm leaning more towards an 8 just because of. See, but I don't really have an argument for it being an 8. The only argument I would have is the singer not being Eddie Vedder. You know?
Yeah.
And that's kind of a weak argument, so I don't know.
Leaning towards an 8 as well. I think along the lines of, the singer not doing much. It is just kind of a grunge record, a very good grunge record at that. But like, obviously being early in the game and going on to influence a lot, they didn't play much to it. So although I did enjoy it, I think there could be obviously and probably was more done with the genre and what people do with it. So I think I am going to give it an 8.
All right, I'll agree with you. That makes me feel better about it. I'm not the asshole giving it an 8.
You're just the asshole agreeing with the 8.
Yeah. That's how I be. So where does this go on the tier list?
On the list, I'm thinking below Splendor and Misery.
Let me see.
I would put it just above Blood by Leon LaHavas.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's good. I'm cool with that. Love you, Leanne. But Mudhoney, Superfuzz Bigmuff got a bigger muff than you. So, don't know what to tell you.
Right.
All right, so.
And now we're creepy.
Well, no. Just you.
You're the one who said talking about the muff.
I was talking about her hair on her head.
Sure.
I was. I don't know what the fuck you were thinking about, you trash brain goblin.
Don't call me a goblin. I'm a ghoul.
I love goblin, gremlin, and ghoul. Those are my 3 favorite words of all time. I need to use them more.
I think I haven't really heard the word ghoul as much as I have since that audio from Sunny got popular on TikTok, where he's trying to do the dating profile. He's like, what do you like? Little green ghouls, baby.
God damn it, that show's so fucking funny. Everyone go watch that. Don't listen to this. Just go watch that if you haven't. Okay, so I had the responsibility of picking the movie for this week. And we've been watching these cerebral dramas with captivating performances in them. And I want to have a bit of a... Shut up, Siri, fuckhead. Sorry. They're always listening.
Siri, what do you give this movie?
They're always listening. So I picked a funny this week. I picked the 1979 release from world-renowned comedy troupe Monty Python, Life of Brian. Yeah. This entire movie was funded single-handedly by George Harrison. Fun fact.
He was an executive producer. It'd be George Harrison of the Beatles.
Mm-hmm. And I guess it was banned in Ireland and Sweden and Norway because
Fucking
of
Swedish people.
because of the blasphemous themes, and there's a cock in the movie. A couple. Is there a couple cocks?
I think it's just Brian's cock.
There's just the one cock. Spoilers, guys. Cock spoilers. So yeah, I am very biased towards this movie because I like it. But I'm interested to see what you think.
Here's what I think. All right. I think if you like Monty Python, if you enjoyed The Holy Grail, if you like The Flying Circus, you will enjoy this movie. If you did not, as I did not, you will want to kill yourself for 90 minutes.
Whoa.
This movie was awful. And And like I said last week, I wanted to go into this looking good, and this movie had everything going for it in terms of my watching experience. I had just gotten back from hanging out with my family, where I'd had a good time. I had just been approved for an apartment, okay? I had some slight stress, but I had dealt with it just before, so the stress was coming down. That's the perfect time for a movie to pick up that energy, and I just sat there the whole time with a straight face and giggled once.
Which part did you giggle at?
The one preacher guy that Brian takes over for, and then that's how he gets his start as a messiah.
Yeah.
That guy, his preachings were kind of funny a little bit.
Yeah.
Like a little, just a.
Come on.
That's it.
Damn. That's really fucked up and sad. You need to go see a therapist if you don't think this movie's funny.
Okay. No, here's why. All right.
Explain yourself.
I'll explain myself. Right. So comedy is subjective, in my opinion.
Yes, very much so. Let's open it with that, actually.
So finding a joke funny or not funny is whatever. But with this movie, it's built entirely around the jokes. The plot is just a loose thread so they can connect jokes together, which means if you don't like the jokes, you have nothing else going for you. Nothing else. Plot, basically non-existent. Fucking set design, drab, gray, looks like a Call of Duty map. Cinematography.
You didn't like the
whatever.
set design? I thought that would be the one thing that you would like. I thought it was pretty impressive for a fucking Monty Python movie.
It was accurate, and it looked like it was in the right time, but it was just nothing but grays and light browns, and like there was nothing interesting to really look at. There was like the only splash of color was like the Centurion armor, and then the one dude at the end who it convinces the guards that he's Brian and gets taken away because he's wearing like blue. Other than that, everyone just wears these like tunics and like it's all made of like clay and rock, and they're in like a desert.
The fuck did you think Jerusalem looked like?
Dude, I don't know. Give me something else to look at. And also, if you don't like a joke, you're stuck with it for the next 5 minutes. These motherfuckers repeat the same joke like 10 goddamn minutes. And if you don't like it, you're just stuck waiting for it to end. I enjoy both long form and short form comedy.
Yeah.
Like John Mulaney I enjoy, and he does longer story stuff. I enjoy like Dimitri Martin, who does a lot of quick jokes. But like, so the short jokes, if you don't like it, you move on. And with the longer form jokes, like, at least it's based off of real human beings. The only human being in this movie is Brian, and everyone else is just a joke machine.
It is joke movie. It is Monty Python after all.
You can do jokes and be a person. Like, people can be funny.
But that's what I thought was funny, is that some of the characters were like really, really absurd, and some characters were absurd but also kind of based in reality. Like that scene where they're all talking about, they're like writing up a plan to go get Brian back because he's arrested or whatever, and they're doing this whole bit on, bureaucracy and like, oh, you have to do the motion before you put it through, and it's like, oh, we have to do this, but I don't know. It was something about how subdued it was, and like simultaneously absurd it was. That was super, super funny and super attractive to me.
I just think like so much stuff didn't make any sense. Like, why would someone do that? Like, when he gets crucified and the people come up and like, thank you for being a martyr, and Judith comes up and is like, oh, I'm gonna miss you so much, and his mom's up and it's mad at him, and it's like, why?
It's funny.
There's no reason. That's stupid.
It's hilarious.
Fucking okay. If you just want to make a bunch of jokes, do a comedy special, put it in your fucking comedy TV show. Don't put it in a goddamn movie. I watch movies to see a fucking story.
Why? You're so bitter about this stupid fucking movie.
Because everyone loads Monty Python as the funniest people, and these are some of the funniest movies ever. But like, dude, Scott Pilgrim is a funny movie, but there's a fucking plot to it, and Holy Grail at least has a plot that progresses. This movie barely has a plot, and like the characters just do shit for no reason, and it doesn't make sense. And there's scenes that are just there for a joke and don't contribute anything, like the fucking spaceship scene, the Judean people's front, who are fucking hyped up for the whole movie, and they just come up and kill themselves.
That's what's so funny. It's so absurd and satirical. It's so satirical. It's satiring fucking everything. It's satiring religion, bureaucracy, fucking people with speech impediments, people with...
That joke was the worst.
That was the best scene in the entire movie. Are you kidding
can see
me?
that joke coming from a fucking mile away, because they introduced it half an hour ago, and then you're like, him again? And he has to read stuff? Is he going to read stuff with an R? Okay, he read stuff with an R. That guy has a lisp. He's reading stuff with an S. Is that guy going to start reading the stuff with an S? Yes. Oh, wait, Brian has an R in it. Are they going to say Brian at some point? Yes. Also, all of the extras in this movie are overacting so fucking hard. It is obnoxious.
Well, I was actually kind of impressed that there were so many extras in this movie. Because in Holy Grail, there's like no fucking extras. Except for like 2 or 3 scenes, but...
The extras also made me mad for another reason. One, they overact so much. Like when they're all the crowd and they're all shouting and everything is set to 100, and I'm like, can we fucking calm down? And they're literally rolling on the ground laughing at a guy with a lisp. Like, that can be funny, but Jesus Christ, it's not that funny. And funny. Also, the mother character makes me want to claw my eyes and ears out.
She's supposed to want...
No, okay, yes. It's not just funny to talk like this. That's not funny. Okay? It hurts my ears. You can't understand her. And she also, when it's your comedy troupe and it's like your show is like, oh, it's just us, however many 5 people doing everything, it makes sense to have the guys playing the girls. When you actually hire women, put the woman as the woman character. Like, do it. You also have, 80 extras to pull from. Put one of them. Why does the guy who plays the guy who's the leader of the People's Front of Judea also the Centurion? Fucking hire a director. You have so many actors in this production, and they just randomly, it feels like, pick and choose which ones are going to be cast as the same person and which ones aren't. Like, there was no rhyme or reason as to why this was played by a guy from the main troupe, and this was a supporting character that we just pulled off the street or whatever. Like, I didn't understand why they still did that when they clearly had the resources not to.
Well, so did you notice a pattern? Did you notice a pattern in the characters that John Cleese played?
Who is that?
He's the Centurion and the Judea People's Front leader, Reg or whatever. Did you notice a pattern in how they spoke and how they deliver their jokes and how they fucking... Like, each of the people in this troupe have a select set of comedic skill and kind of an archetype that they like to fall into. Like, you couldn't see the guy playing, the guy calling everybody to fucking big nose asshole. Like, that guy could not play the Centurion because that's not his forte. That's John Cleese's forte. He would play it 10 times better, and he does, and it's hilarious. Like when he walks, when he walks into the room, when Biggest Dickus shows up, and he starts talking, and then he pauses and looks at the dude's cock, and he's like, and then he just continues talking. No one else in the troupe would have been able to do that. That's why John Cleese does that one. And then also the fucking... No, because it's Monty Python, you fuck.
Then why are they hiring other actors for the rest of the fucking parts? Judith is a whole other actor. Biggest Dickus.
They're not funny. Biggest Dickus is Brian.
Pilates is fucking some other dude.
No, it's not.
And then at the end, the fucking guy who gets let down is just another guy on the crucifix. You can't cast the same guy twice in the same fucking scene. You can't do that.
I do not understand Okay.
Listen,
Do you
here's what it
like
was.
no? Do you like Blazing Saddles? I know
Yes,
for a
that
fact you
movie's
like Blazing
hilarious.
Saddles. Why do you like Blazing Saddles?
Because it's funny and has an overall plot that I can follow otherwise and has like character. Beyond the jokes. It is more than just the jokes.
That movie
This
is
movie
fucking all jokes. It's the same thing. There's no fucking
No.
plot to follow. What the fuck?
Yes, there is. He's gotta save the town.
Oh my god.
He comes to the town.
Brian
he's gotta save the
accidentally
town.
becomes Jesus. That's the plot of this movie. He accidentally becomes Jesus and gets crucified.
That plays such a minor part in this movie.
That's the plot of the fucking movie.
It's such a minor part. That's my problem with it. Okay, like I said, I'm not gonna convince anyone who likes this movie to not like the movie. I'm not gonna do that. Like nothing I can say will make this movie not funny to you. But like, what I didn't like about it was that I didn't enjoy the jokes or whatever, which is like nothing they can do about it. That's just my brain. But like, there was just nothing else for me. There was nothing interesting about this movie except for the jokes. And when they put all the eggs in the joke basket and then I don't like the joke basket, they leave me with nothing else. So all I can talk about is why I didn't find this joke funny and this joke funny and this joke funny, because that's all there is. This movie is nothing but jokes and there's nothing else that they do.
That's all. I'm just trying to understand that.
I just don't find it funny.
But it comes from the same camp as movies like Blazing Saddles and, all those, oh my god, what the fuck is that guy's name?
Mel Brooks?
Mel Brooks, yes, thank you. All those Mel Brooks movies. Like, they're really satirical, they're really fucking absurd and crazy, and they're, like, breaking the, well, I guess this movie doesn't break the fourth wall. But, like, there's like a lot of stupid fucking like potty humor and shit, and I figured this would be right up your wheelhouse.
It's not. It's just I just didn't find the jokes funny. I don't know what it is between this and Blazing Saddles that makes me like Blazing Saddles and not like Brian or Holy Grail or Flying Circus or any of that. But I don't know. Maybe it's the satire. I think is part of it. I think that I'm not religious at all, and I know you're not either, but like so a lot of that's gonna go over my head. There's a little bit of it where like in the preacher square or whatever where I'm like kind of getting that, and like the bureaucracy thing is like whatever, but I don't know, comments on like race stuff or whatever I think is just connected with me more, and like how these movies are all fake at the end of Blazing Saddles and they leave the set or whatever. I thought that did more, and I don't know. I don't know why I didn't find these jokes funny necessarily. Yeah. Those are, what I said earlier are some reasons I didn't enjoy it, but there are other jokes along the same line that I would enjoy. I think, like I said, what it comes down to is that I just didn't find the jokes funny, and this movie is just made for those jokes. If you like these jokes, this movie is probably a blast. And I bet the writer's room, I bet they were dying in this writing this. Like, totally. I'm sure writing this was so much fun, and they loved all the jokes, and I'm sure I will do stuff like that in the future, and I know I've done stuff like that in just what little I've created now. So it's, I don't know, something just didn't translate to me. The neurons are just gone. I just bonked my head too much. I don't know.
Huh. That's interesting. Damn. Well, I guess I just like the jokes. I just like how well executed they are, and how, some of them are multifaceted, some of them are just fucking stupid and absurd and just very low-hanging fruit, and I'm very much one for low-hanging fruit. And it's just something about the combination of that, and then how they wrote the movie to kind of have each scene is kind of its own episodic sketch, where it creates this thing. It's like, oh, this scene happens, this scene happens, this scene happens, which isn't ideal for a movie. But it creates some really memorable scenes. Like, I remember most of the scenes that I liked in this movie because of how it was formatted and everything. So,
I think also, like I said about going on too long with the joke, I think that hurt it the most. was that I couldn't like not find a joke funny and then move on.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was very much focused on like, this is funny, we're gonna do this again so that you laugh again. And if you don't laugh again, you're just kind of stuck with it for a while. And I don't know. That's not really, it's kind of two different, ways of looking at comedy of like, should you just move on and risk losing jokes or, stay with them and, risk people getting bored or like.
And that's also kind of what I like about the jokes is that they do go on too long, and then that makes it funny because it is going on too long. Like the scene where they're infiltrating the base or whatever, and they keep going back and forth, and there's like 25 fucking soldiers that they walk back and forth, and they have to like speed it up every time in post. Like that's the kind of thing where it's like that I personally find hilarious, just because they know it's long-winded and they're using that to its advantage to be like, this is fucking absurd and this is stupid.
I didn't really feel that. I didn't feel like they were, I don't know, because like I enjoy ironic humor a lot and like laughing at a joke, but like I don't know, when you just, I feel like when ironic humor is done best and you're laughing at a joke, there's has to be some point where you do something else with it, like doing the whole Wadja and Wadwick or whatever.
Yeah,
like that can be the initial joke, but when you come back to laugh at it again when she brings up Brian, I feel like you have to do something else with it to convey that irony stuff and all that. I can't think of like anything that really shows that, but like I don't know, like when people make fun of stuff online or whatever, and it's like, or like the word epic, that used to be just like that word was cool or whatever, but now it's used as like a lame thing or something like that. And I feel like because the word is attached to something else, usually you'd be like, "Aw, epic Fortnite win." Like that's connecting, like you're laughing at Fortnite because you're using something else, like you're building on it somehow. I don't know. We're getting way too theoretical with this stupid comedy movie.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I think it's something to be talked about because we haven't really talked about any really pure comedy movies.
No.
So I think it's interesting.
Yeah, I usually don't watch that much comedy just because it can be so hit or miss, and drama is a lot more hit for me personally.
But you write comedy, so you can't like comedy.
I write some comedy. I don't write that much anyways.
No, you don't? Okay. You know the curse, dude.
I enjoy writing, and I think it's fun, and I'll write sometimes. And when there's a project or something, I'll usually jump up to write it. But I recognize how some of those jokes can just not translate, and how laughing on your ass when you're writing something can, when you go to a viewing for it, you and the audience can just sit there doing nothing, and you're like, fuck, that's not funny. I don't know why I put that in. And that's just something I think all people who write comedy and do comedy deal with a lot. So that's just me trying not to deal with criticism, probably.
Fair enough.
Well, that's that. And I'm, like I said, if you liked Holy Grail, if you like Flying Circus, if you like Monty Python at all, you will find this movie hilarious. You will die laughing. If you do not, just don't give it a shot. It's not going to change your mind. And I'm not going to change your mind. I don't think.
No, you're not. But I think you have a brain tumor or something if you don't find this movie funny. I'm kidding. If you don't like this movie, it's fine. I just feel like so many of the jokes are so universal and so fucking stupid. I don't know. I've made my case. I just be beating a dead horse at this point. So let's rate this some bitch movie. You first.
I'm gonna have to give this movie a 2 out of 10.
I'll give this movie a 9 out of 10.
Now comes this fun part, where two vastly conflicting.
It's happened before.
I mean, yeah, we did it with Blue's the Warmest Color. So Where would you like to put this?
Okay. Ideally, I want to put it above Zodiac, at least.
But like, okay, let's just say, if you didn't have to deal with me, where would you put this on the list? I'm just curious.
I'd put it above Moonlight.
Yeah, that's where I thought you would. Actually.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of where I want to put this, because I really didn't enjoy this movie, but I do recognize how so many people do, and I'm just the fucking redheaded stepchild. Now
you know how I felt with Blue's the Warmest Color, because I kept reading all those positive reviews. I was like, am I fucking crazy? What the fuck's wrong with me?
That movie was totally like Oscar bait, though. You know.
Oh my god, yeah.
We're French and we don't have a soundtrack. It's about
Slice
gay
of
people,
life
so
and
if you don't
gay
like
people.
it, you're homophobic.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I would hate to be a reviewer of that movie and not like it, because you would just have to.
It's hard. I tell you what. So yeah, I think above Zodiac is a good compromise.
I'll put it just below Blue is the Warmest Color.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'll put it up.
You're willing to go that high?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
recognize how people will like it, and I think a majority of our audience of 9 people will like that. I think a lot of people will like this, and I personally didn't like it, but I can see how other people would. So yeah, I'll put it up there.
Okay, cool. Well, there you go. We're making breakthroughs, people.
Breaking make-throughs and taking
shaking big throughs.
Shake and bake.
All right, homies. This is the part of the show where we suggest the record and movie for next week. So you have the movie this week, and I have the record.
You do. What record do you have in mind for us, Mr. Simple Brain?
Mr. Simple Brain picked, where the fuck is it? I need to pronounce it right. So we're going to be listening to a Turkish psychedelic record by the name of Gece. It's spelled Gece by the band Altin Gün. I've been listening to this record way too much. And I think it'll be a cool little foray into microtonalism and some fucking dope-ass fucking Turkish shit. It's a good one. I think we'll both have a lot of fun listening to this one.
I haven't delved too much into psychedelia. The most I've really listened to is like Pink Floyd, which is very surface level. So
this will be.
I'm really interested to
this
really
will be a
dive
fun
into
one.
all that.
All right, what you got, boy?
Well, now that our brains have been turned off, I want to turn them right back the fuck on again. And we're gonna listen to a movie or watch a movie. We'll probably listen to it a bit too. You can do that.
Audio
I guess.
only.
I saw a really funny tweet about this movie, and then I saw it was on Netflix. So I decided I wanted to watch it. The movie in question is The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Ooh, boy.
The tweet in question, of course, was The Perks of Being a Wallflower is just the Joker for awkward indie kids. And then they replied to their own tweet saying, I'm getting death threats from Neutral Milk Hotel stands.
Oh my god, that's really funny.
So we're going to channel our indie, our gaslighter, our woman hater, and we are going to... we're going to listen to... we're going to watch The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Damn it, Josh. We had enough of this in high school. Gee, dang it.
Yep, you go with the simple shit, and I'm gonna bring the brains so that it just flies over both of our heads.
All right, I actually haven't seen this movie, which might be blasphemous, but I know Emma Watson's in it, and she's hot. So
yeah, well, you can't go to Ireland, Sweden, or Finland now because you're blasphemous.
Because I like the movie. Damn it.
You
All
walk in and the detector goes off and like, woo, you like Life of Brian, get him out.
Get him out. Get him out of here.
And I walk in and they go, welcome, sir. Welcome to the land of the cultured.
Welcome to the land of culture where we watch Citizen Kane over and over. No other
If
movies.
it has a soundtrack, we don't watch it.
Oh, Josh, we need to talk about the difference between a soundtrack and a score. You know the difference, right?
I want to say yes, but why don't you, as the music man, tell us?
Okay. It's very simple. Soundtrack is music that they took from another source and put it into the movie. A score is why am I having a stroke right now? A score is music made specifically for the movie. So it's Star Wars music, that's a score, but all the music in Goodfellas, that's a soundtrack.
What about something where like someone does a song for a movie,
like Suicide Squad or something,
or like The Crow or something?
Yeah, I think. See, that's interesting because I think it's still technically soundtrack for some reason, but I couldn't tell you why.
I want to say just because it's like outside and a lot of different stuff, and well, because even with like The Crow, it's like covers a lot sometimes. So it's, I don't know. I think there was some original stuff, but don't quote me on that. Don't quote me ever. I'm the worst.
Don't quote anybody.
If I see one quote, I'm sending you a dick pic.
No. Okay. Thanks everybody for listening. Tune in next week. Subscribe to our YouTube. We're still working on the whole Spotify, Apple Music thing. Bear with us. I have a gorilla ape brain.
We also busy boys.
We got jobs and shit. Gotta pay the bills.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm about to move into an apartment soon. So episodes will still come out on time.
Yes,
and
they should.
We'll still, record and everything. We shouldn't miss anything.
No.
But yeah.
And smash that MF like button. Subscribe to our unexistent Patreon. This episode was not sponsored by Skillshare
or Audible or
Honey or
ExpressVPN, NordVPN, Raycon,
Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends, can you sponsor us?
Please, dude. We'll play your fucking game. We'll do it. We really will. Not even kidding.
Wait, should I answer Ethan's call on the podcast?
Yeah, definitely do. Put it on speaker.
Ethan, you're on the podcast. Say hello. I don't know. We say bad words on this podcast.
Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck shit, fuck. Fuck shit, fuck, 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 piss.
I can't really hear you too well because I got my headphones and stuff. I'll call you back soon, okay? Okay, no problem. Bye. I didn't say I love you back because I don't love him.
Get fucked, E-Man. E-Rock loves God.
All right, well, yeah.
No one will get that joke.
Do all that stuff that Lane said. Follow us on Instagram at onefortheother.podcast. Send us emails with suggestions at onefortheotherpodcast@gmail.com. We have not received any emails or dick pics. If you liked Life of Brian, remember you can't go to Ireland, Finland, or Sweden. If you didn't like Life of Brian, me and the other 3 people are meeting behind the library at 4 p.m. to talk shit about the movie, so you can come visit us there.
And to read some gay shit like Kafka or something.
Yes, and it's going to be a big orgy, so bring your own condoms, bring your own lube. We're not going to provide that. You're a big fucking adult.
Can't be a big orgy if there's only 3 of you. And you're all neckbeard Redditors. No, I feel like neckbeard Redditors like this movie. So
I don't know. Everyone likes this movie.
Okay. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
You know what? Fuck you, Audition. I mean, shit, if people are going to notice anything on that episode, it's the fucking echo from my audio. So, apologies to our listeners for that. We are working on it. Meaning I am.
I'm working on it.
Because it's all me and not Lane. It's because Lane's big fucking mouth.
I'm big mouth. God, I'm so tired. sick.
Me too.
I didn't sleep last night, so I like listened to the record and watched the movie like 5 or 6 in the morning. So all my fucking notes are really, really fucking rambly and like incoherent. With The Life of Brian, I was just like, this scene's good. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
We'll see.
God, I got sniffles, man. All right. Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's like in my throat. Ugh. Gross. Ugh, my body is disgusting.
Your body is a temple.